So Anthropic just came out with Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and I've been playing around with it for the last few hours, and it is absolutely cracked. So they've come out with this new model. If you can look in their chart, Sonnet is sort of their middle of the pack model, but the difference between 3.5 and 3 is now the middle of the pack model Sonnet is better than Claude 3 Opus. So it's better than their previously best model. And this is super, super interesting because if you look at most analysis online, and obviously we're still very early, most anecdotal evidence online is suggesting that Claude 3.5 Sonnet is actually better than GPT-4o. Now, artificial analysis has all this analysis in a very easy to interpret format, has this nice map of quality versus output. Still very early, so I'm still expecting to see Claude 3.5 Sonnet move around, but so far it's on par with GPT-4o and it is faster. Now, this is like in itself already such a huge announcement, but Claude has actually come out with something which I think might be even cooler. So they've come out with this thing called artifacts, and it's sort of like a code interpreter within ChatGPT, but it's slightly different in how it works. So it's this sort of UI interface, which also has obviously a very complicated backend that lets you create documents, write components, generate SVGs, amongst a whole host of other things. And this is where I've been having so much fun. I've been combining using Claude 3.5 Sonnet as well as the artifacts. So you have Claude, you can use this on your free account, or you need feature preview and turn on artifacts. Once you've turned on artifacts, you can just start using Claude as you usually would. I might say, make me a fourth page. And what it will do is it will create a React component for me. And you can see that it's using different packages, right? It's using UI.shadcn, if you're familiar with that package. It's using Tailwind, it's using React, all of this stuff. And then it just previews it automatically on the side. Like, how cool is that? You don't even have to write your components yourself anymore. This basically just replaces v0.dev if you've used it from Vercel. It's like a component generator with AI, but now you can just do it yourself within Claude. And you can even get Claude to continue to update your components that you've generated. Now, this is just what I've been playing with, but as per usual, I've been going online, on Reddit, on Twitter, and just collecting cool use cases that I've seen people do. So a super cool one that I've seen is people making games. So this one here is super cool. If I zoom in here, Ethan has told Claude 3.5 to build a game as a prototype that teaches about opportunity cost with Lovecraftian elements. So it's super cool. So if I click into this real quick, see it's generating the game. Best thing about Claude 3.5 Sonnet is it's actually really fast as well. I've noticed that it's faster than GPT-4o, which was already so fast. You can see it's already generated a game that is rendering. So this is just, and then like you can, as Ethan is demoing here, you can comment to get it to do edits to what it's generated. And Claude will just go and make those edits. This is giving Devon vibes, but this is publicly available and free to use actually. Whereas Devon was an agent that just kept looping on itself for hours on end. This is arguably more impressive, though the things Devon was doing was a bit more complicated than this, but this is something that seems way more practical. So you can see it's tried to insert an image in the background, but that image may not exist or it's not properly linked. But the game itself, the functionality of it seems to be working pretty well. You seem to almost have different stats or something here as well. So Ethan now is telling Claude that the background doesn't work. So Claude again will just go away and write the code, update the code. You can see now it's not that simple of a React app anymore, or React component. Like there's quite a lot of state in this now, quite a lot of logic because it's game logic. It's not super simple. And yeah, it's just so fast as well. Like imagine just writing this, putting it on a tool like CodePen or Replit. You can even just share these things that you're making. I mean, it's looking pretty good now. It's giving economic lessons too. It is quite impressive. Yeah, so that's one. That's just making games with Claude. There's this other one which was really cool that I saw was also from Ethan. He's getting it to create dashboards, which is like just mind blowing to me. So if I open this one up, so he's uploaded a spreadsheet or a CSV, and what Claude is doing is using, again, React to make a dashboard for this data. It's just absolutely wild to me. Like, it's combining the almost like code interpreter type behavior with rendering the component as well as pulling in this data. So that's just crazy impressive. Giving it a theme. It was just, yeah, here's a glimpse into the future, I think. And best of all, it's free for you to try now. You can just go on Claude and just do this yourself. Yeah, wow, it's themed. Anyway, so that's sort of the dashboard thing. Someone made a fully functional web app of another game. You can generate SVGs as well. So this person, Calix, has generated a diagram of the chip fab process. Yeah, there's just so much you can do. So you can see here, you can also render HTML. I think this example, they rendered a mermaid diagram as well. So if you want to do like a flow chart or something, there's just so many different use cases here. I just wanted to make this video just to share some of these super cool use cases that I'm coming across on the internet. I'm going to continue playing with this to see how far I can push it. If you have any thoughts, comments, or feedback, or just ideas for what I should test, leave a comment below and I can sort of go deeper into that. But yeah, if you haven't played with this yet, would highly recommend going to Claude.ai, signing up and giving this a play. I think in terms of AI automations and all that sort of stuff, the UI component, I think, will become a lot more flexible in terms of what you can support in your customer base. Tools like Webflow and all those site builders are about to be quite disrupted, I think, if they're not moving quickly into this AI space. I think they're still very well placed, but big changes coming in that space. And then in terms of what models you're using in your automations, right? I think GPT-4 has been the default option for, it's only been a few weeks really. But now with Claude 3.5 Sonnet performing so strongly, that default option might change over to using Claude 3.5 Sonnet by default. But yeah, it's a very interesting time for sure. Things are moving really, really quickly, both at the model layer as well as at the app layer. So yeah, let's see where this all ends up. But I'm going to wrap this video up now. If you have any, like I said before, if you have any ideas for what I should test next or what I should make a video on, just leave a comment below and I'll try my best to get back to you.